Hey guys, Gold Rider here, and welcome to another Assassin's Creed Odyssey video. Today, we are looking at the Icarus Pack, and I gotta say, it looks pretty fucking cool. So this one is kind of interesting because we didn't know anything about it until, just recently. Until today, actually. I feel like the description they gave was a bit misleading. It said that the pack would have you flying between enemies like Ikaros flies through the sky. That's not really what this pack is all about. It's a hunter pack, which right away means that you'd be long distance, so you aren't really flying between enemies. But the stat boost, while good, is kind of underwhelming for me, but that's just because I don't play as a hunter character. So for hunters, I feel like this is a good set. But before we get into that, let's take a closer look at the actual costume. So, let me just zoom in here. So, as you can see, for starters, there is the Ikaros mask, which is designed to look like your Hawk Ikaros. And there's feathers going through this sort of hood that you have going through there. Then this cool, like, leather, like, ring around the hood that has, like, talons on it. And the part that's the most obvious is the cloth with the fire on it, which is pretty cool. I kind of wish that there was a way to have the fire off, because it makes it a bit more gaudy, in my opinion. I would much prefer to just have a version where there is no fire on it, but you know, it's whatever. The chest piece is really cool looking. Like, it's got like the leather chest piece styling, and like, I don't know, it feels almost a little steampunk to me, but I feel like that's mainly because of the straps that they have here, and because of the like the pivot system that they have on your arm. Like, this looks like something that you would have on like some sort of weird like exosuit kind of thing, and it's really cool. And then, as you can see, there's more cloth coming off over here. The binders are pretty cool. The wrist gauntlets that I for some reason called binders. Those are pretty cool. The skirt is, God, I can't remember what it kind of looks like a infinite Triforce kind of thing, like multiple Triforces stacked on top of each other, which I think is funny. And then the legs are actually fairly interesting, as okay, they do have a bottom to them, but they seem more like socks than actual sandals. And of course we have the bow, which is the weapon that comes with this pack, which, you know what, let me... Yeah, as you can see here, it has the same flaming cloth as the costume. Other than that, it's a pretty interesting bow with, like, all these little joints along it. So overall, it's a pretty cool look. I mean, it's definitely a really cool look, and as you see from the stats, it's a fairly good hunter thing, in my opinion, although it's a bit weird. So let's get into that. If we go into the stats, we can start off by seeing that the Icarus set bonus is 100 damage while midair, which, while... Okay, I just read the description. This mask covers all facial features to give its wearer a feathered and fierce appearance. Unfortunately, it doesn't give them the skill to speak bird. But anyways, while, to me, it doesn't seem too useful, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, like, the ability that you can get, what is it? Not Sixth Sense. God, which one is it? Oh wait, I think it's just Archer Mastery. Yeah. The Archer Mastery level 3 gives you the slowdown time while aiming with a bow in midair, which clearly this set is meant to clearly this set is meant to be sort of like an extension onto that ability, which is cool, but at the same time I feel like being midair is something that you rarely do. Like, clearly this would switch up the gameplay, so you would constantly be trying to jump off of things in order to get more airtime so you could deal more damage as a hunter. But at the same time, I feel like it has limits, especially if there isn't really anything to jump off of nearby. So, while the previous set that I showed off, I already forgot what it was. Where is it? Crap, which one was it? Oh yeah, the Radiant set had something that was always applicable, because when you had the other perk for it, you would always be able to deal more damage because you would pretty much constantly be on fire while fighting. This one, it seems a bit different. Like, again, I am sure that this could work, and I'm sure that this could be a legitimate build. It's just, in my opinion, it feels like maybe not the best, or maybe more of just not the most outlandish ability set, which I know that it's ridiculous to think that all the sets are going to be like the Radiant set, but I don't know, they talked about having the new sets being more based around playing around with the basics of the game and trying to get people to do new things. And while this is something that does do that, I don't know, in my opinion, it doesn't feel that necessary. Like, it doesn't seem like it would be too useful, but that's just my opinion. I'm probably completely wrong. So, let's take a look at the actual stats. For the head, we have hunter damage and crit damage. For the arms, hunter damage and adrenaline on headshot kill. For the chest, hunter damage and elemental buildup. For the waist, hunter damage and headshot damage. And for the legs, we have hunter damage and damage with bow charge shot. And then if we move over to the bow over here, it has hunter damage and crit chance, and the legendary engraving on it is a 25% crit chance with Rain of Destruction ability, which I don't even have that ability, I don't think. I think... Is that an augment? Or am I just going crazy? Revert. Okay, no, it's the regular Rain of Destruction. So I do have that ability, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm not really a hunter, so this set doesn't really call to me. Maybe if you're a hunter, this set seems more powerful, but to me, it just seems like it wouldn't be too useful. But the thing is that saying that completely detracts from how amazing this actual set looks. Like, the set looks amazing. It's just, I personally would not be using its set bonuses. Anyways, with that in mind, I gotta show you the other thing, which is fairly cool. It's a little underwhelming, but it's still really cool. And, that is the mount. So here's the mount, which looks really cool. I love this mount. Like, look, that's got like white eyes and it's got the skull and everything. The only downside is these wings are not functional, meaning that your horse will still take fall damage. Which, I mean, you know, I get it. They're just little pieces of cloth. It's kind of ridiculous to assume that they would actually allow them to have the same abilities as Pegasus. But on the other hand, it would be really nice to have a flying mount that isn't just another variant of like feathery wings, you know? Like, it would have been really cool to see this mount actually be able to do the gliding effect that Pegasus and the Griffin mount can do. But regardless, it is still a really cool mount, and one I may actually be using for a while just because it is such a cool looking mount. And as always, I think they've just stopped altogether with the ship packs. I guess not enough people are buying them. So, yeah. Oh, one thing that is interesting is, if you, crap. I've been playing other games, so I forget the controls. If you look really closely, it's better seen at nighttime. Here, let me show you at nighttime. So at nighttime, you may notice that you're constantly giving off little embers, which I thought was a real nice touch. And it's not just like, oh, your whole character is doing it. It's literally only the spots that are burning that release embers. So I thought that was really cool and a really nice attention to detail. But anyways, we're going to go and we're going to see what this looks like on Cassandra. So I will be right back with that. Okay, so here we are with Cassandra, and I actually kind of like the way it looks on her. So, clearly with Cassandra, it's a little bit thinner, but overall, I think it actually looks pretty good. It almost looks even a little bit better on Cassandra, in my opinion. You know, clearly there's not going to be any, like, it's just the body shape that mainly is the difference, but still, I feel like it's a pretty good look for Cassandra. And when I eventually get around to doing New Game Plus with Cassandra, I feel like I will probably, well, potentially end up using this set, just because it looks really cool. Plus, who knows, maybe I'll try out the actual armor set itself to see if I like doing a hunter playstyle instead. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video and the channel with your friends. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye, to be good.